Hey everyone, Ian Griffith here. How you doing? So good to see you on this beautiful Friday. I wanted to talk to you about emotions. You know, for a long time I thought emotions weren't important. I was a man, very tough, don't need to deal with emotions. But then I found out the emotions are what charge our energy. They are our energy in motion. And when we can raise the state of our emotions, we can do so much more because we need to be charged by the things around us. We can't just wake up with a bunch of energy from sleeping and then just go about our day and just put out all our energy. We need to use emotions and spirituality to recharge ourselves throughout the day until our cup is overflowing, and then we can do greater and greater things. So there is it's not mine, but there is something called the 7 levels of emotions. And I want to show you this hack. This hack I use a lot, and that is using this chart. This is the chart, the 7-level emotional scale. Actually, I did make this one. And the way it works is like this. You can't go from fear to, let's say, joy very easily. That's a very, very strong level. But, you know, you can slowly go up. But first, let's go through these. You know, at the lowest level, and maybe this really helps to understand the things that really drain you. I'll say -3 energy, right, is sadness, grief, guilt, insecure, unworthiness, depression, despair, powerlessness, and fear. And that's not to take away from these emotions. These emotions are necessary at times. If there's a tiger and it's about to attack you and you're not afraid, then what will happen is you will die, right? But unreasoning fear, unreasoning despair, unreasoning guilt, grief without action, these types of things can drain us over time because our soul or internal voice is telling us to do something, to get out of a situation, to get out of a financial deal, a business deal, some sort of job, whatever it is, and we're not doing anything about it. So unreasoning fear, guilt, insecure drains us. Reasoning is good at times, right? And then the next level is anxiety, blame, discouragement, resentment, anger, revenge, rage, jealousy. These are not as bad as the previous level, but they still really drain us. They distract us, they derail us, they make us drift, they keep us from our dreams. These are things that when you have them, you should feel them, and then you should deal with them in some way. You know, either let it out or you should fix your problem, but you shouldn't wallow in these feelings because they will destroy you. They make your body go into this kind of a fight or flight state, and you're fighting all the time, and that drains you of all your magic energy, the energy where you create things, where you're in the flow, where you're making things happen and reaching out for your dreams. So the next one, a lot of people are in this range, and it still is just deadening. This is boredom, pessimism, frustration, impatience, irritation, overwhelm, disappointment, doubt, worry. I'll throw some other ones. You know, procrastination is in there. It's pretty bad. The problem with this one is not bad enough that you don't want to get out of it, but it's still pretty bad, and it can get you into a hypnotic drift where you're not really doing anything but staying in these levels, and you're feeling like this is better than the other feelings, but it's still no way to live. And then there's like just zero, right? This 0 level, which is contentment and stillness. Now, that's good. You're not losing energy. You're not gaining energy. It's actually a pretty okay place. But there are better places, right? And the next level is worthiness, satisfaction, trust, compassion, connection, admiration, hope, amusement, surprise. Now, if you are feeling content and you want to go up, you can easily go up to compassion or connection or worthiness. And as you go up, you're going to get more and more charged. Now, you can go up further. You can go to happiness, enthusiasm, eagerness, courageousness, inspiration, optimism, positive expectation, positive belief, and confidence. This is level 2. There's one level higher. This level we all strive for if we want to have total energy. Think of Rocky. There's triumph and passion and excitement and love and freedom and empowerment, gratitude, appreciation, and joy. Joy is the ultimate power. Think of joy as continuous love for everyone and everything. Even when you are suffering, you can also feel joy. So, of course, if we were all enlightened, we would always feel this top level all the time, but things get in the way. Life, by its very nature, has suffering involved. Then there's triggers, there's thoughts, there's feelings, there's events, there's random things that happen, there's unrandom things that happen. There are people that are upset with us unfairly, and we can get, or fairly, we can get caught up and stuck in this circle, this crazy eight of sadness and anger and frustration and sadness and anger. So how do we get out of that? Well, one thing we can do is we can strive for one level up. So let's say we're feeling a lot of fear. Well, if you're feeling fear, you might just want to go into discouragement. I know there's a story, I forget who it was, but they were out in a safari and everyone's like, oh my gosh, there's going to be lions. And this guy's like, oh, that would be really inconvenient. And of course, nothing happened, but everyone was so amazed because while they were freaking out, he put it to just kind of this level, this other level. So if you're like feeling, I don't know, fear, maybe you could go into doubt, right? Doubt, hey, oh, I'm so afraid this is going to happen. Well, then maybe it could happen. Or maybe you can just start meditating and go to stillness. But if you really want to hack the system, if you really want to do it, you shake it all out and you go directly for, joy or appreciation. You think of your mom or your family or your pet and the moment that you love so much, and you feel that gratitude and you drive up your emotional level. Now, so the real hack here is, number one, check out where you're at, what level you're at. See, I gave these points. There's 3, 2, 1, 0, -1, -2, -3, and just score yourself every hour. Say, hey, you know what? Overall, this hour, I was feeling some anxiety. So this is really like a -2. And it's nothing bad. I don't want you to feel anxious about that score. But what you can do is you can say, hey, I need to try to gamify this. Maybe I need to think about optimism. Maybe I need to think, hey, you know what? Everything is going to work out. What if it all worked out? How would that feel? And you can get a better score the next hour. And over the day, you can rank yourself. How was I hour for hour? Obviously, if you could get 48 points, all joy, love, appreciation, and passion throughout the day, then you're superhuman. Please reach out to me if you do that, because I want to know how you did it, because we all get triggered. There's things that come up. But if you just try to strive towards the positive, go towards a positive score, and be aware of your score, you can raise it up. You can also, if you start to notice that you're at a lower state, you can just decide to change your state and then score yourself. This is your game. You can score however you want. This is for you. So this is something that all kinds of people do. This is something that I have my clients do when they're going through things. This is something that my son has the kids in his mastermind do. And this is something that top gurus do. They analyze where they are and they say, well, what would it take to get to this next level? So that's what I'm giving to you, this 7-level emotional scale. I'm going to put it in the comments so you can have it for your own self. And then you can tell me how you did. Please get back to me and know that if you ever need any help with coaching, I am a coach. I am a mastermind leader. I have courses and I have all those things coming up. I have a tribe of greatness. If you want one-on-one coaching, I have a few spots open right now, and we can get you into that high emotional scale on a regular basis. I wish you the very best day. Have an amazing, amazing weekend. And I give you all the freedom, love, empowerment, triumph, excitement, passion, gratitude, appreciation, and joy that you can have today. Thank you so much, and have a great one.